Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey with Teaching Online with Kelsey. So if this is your first time seeing me, please make sure it is not the last time by hitting that red subscription button and the bell down below so that you're notified of new videos on my channel every week. And to also give this video a thumbs up, it does support me in this channel. And if you're already a subscriber to my channel, welcome back. And if you are curious about more information from me or more mentorship or just, getting personalized attention that you may need on your online teaching journey, I highly encourage you to join in on my YouTube memberships where you'll be able to access those group mentoring sessions and one-on-one sessions with me. Now, what you may have guessed by the title of this video is I'm going to be sharing with you my experience with Allschool 1 year out. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably watching this particular video because you may be brand new to Allschool, or maybe you joined like a few months ago and you're still getting your bearings about what Allschool is about. So the idea that there are teachers on the Allschool platform that have been teaching on there for a year now, you must be thinking like, oh my gosh, like 1 year? I'm just now getting started on the platform. Like, how has it been a year already since the idea of Allschool came to fruition? And I will say this, I am considered one of the founding teachers of Allschool. So that's one of the reasons why I've been able to get so many like insider like tips and things, and been given early access to like teaching classes or certain Classpod tricks, or even new things that you can use on Classpod. That's one of the reasons why I've been able to get all these insider things and to be able to help you out as a new Allschool teacher. And I will have to say, for 1 year of teaching on Allschool, it has definitely been really interesting. It's been an interesting process, and it's actually really beautiful just to see how much growth Allschool has done since Allschool became a thing. Now, really, the purpose of Allschool is to be another platform that can be similar to like teaching on VIP Kid or even teaching on Outschool. And you are also able to teach a mix of ESL lessons, but also your own content lessons. And yes, there is more of a heavy focus on ESL students signing up on the Allschool platform, which is what I love personally, is actually reaching out to some of those ESL students. And just one of those things about Allschool that really, really does keep me going, and why I'm doing a 1 year update video on Allschool, has really been the support team. The support team has just been, dare I say, supportive. I know that's like really cliche to say, but it's true. Like, one of the things, like many of us founding teachers, we have our own chat, and we have shared, amongst another, with the Allschool support team is, hey, we really think that this should be an option to help other teachers out, or there should be a messaging feature on Classpod, or we should have X, Y, and Z, or, make sure, we clarify like safety procedures and no-show policies. And, we, from our personal experiences, because most of us founding teachers on Allschool have had previous online teaching experience before. So many of us have been able to share our past experiences of online teaching to the Allschool team to help guide, how Allschool runs and how it can truly support, the teachers and the parents and just everything all around. And I know many of you that maybe see Allschool, you may think to yourself, like, is this legit? Is this trying to be like an Outschool competitor? Is it really worth it? Like, I've been hearing teachers like sign up and they were excited to teach, but they've only taught one class or no classes at all because enrollments have not been great, and go on and on and on and on about just some teachers that are very skeptical about trying it out, or they tried it out and they're just like, this was not what I signed up for. Or many teachers that were part of the ESL fall this time last year with like VIP Kid and GoGo Kid, you know, they were looking to Allschool, to another alternative platform to teach on, because there was the intentions of having pre-made lessons that you literally roll out of bed and teach. And unfortunately, you know, that sort of fell through on Allschool's side, which another reason I stay with Allschool is because they were very honest and upfront and saying, oops, we messed up on that. We're really sorry. And they offer alternatives to what we could do for lessons that were already written out for us. And, you know, instead of trying to create our own lessons. And since then, there have been other resources that, as long as you have permission from those particular companies, you can use their lessons in your classes that you teach on the Allschool platform. And I have talked about this before. ESL Pals is one of those platforms. I did do a video on that, just sharing, you know, how I feel about ESL Pals and why you should try it out. So definitely check out that video. So anyways, I know there has been a lot of hesitations about Allschool. And I think the reason why there is so many hesitations from other teachers about Allschool is just because it's a brand new platform. And because of the human condition, you know, when we see something unfamiliar or when we see something new, you know, we don't know what to make of it. We're scared. We don't know what to expect. We don't know what could come of it at the end. And one thing that has really like pushed me to keep going, it may sound a little juvenile, but I mean, there's a lot of truth to it. So if you watch The Magic School Bus, you know, Miss Frizzle will always say the quote, "Take chances, get messy." And, you know, of course, it depends on the messy, but the point of it was to take chances. And the reality for me was taking a chance on Allschool meant that I would be making this video about Allschool and how I definitely feel like you should give Allschool a fair chance, because you never know what may come of Allschool, and just trust their process and realize, you know, everything that's been happening on the Allschool platform is a gigantic learning curve. So there's a lot of things that they're still trying to navigate into making sure that Allschool is successful. They're taking the advice of other teachers, and, you know, if there's something that we're just like, ooh, I'm not really sure about this policy, or I really wish there was this sort of function, they really do take that to consideration and making sure that everything on the platform is easier and more functional to work with. And even Classpod, I know Allschool has been pushing on Classpod, and a lot of teachers are still very hesitant about Classpod because, once again, it's unfamiliar. We don't know what to do with this platform. We're scared. We don't know what's going to happen. Again, it's one of those things like you don't know if it's going to fall on you unless you try. Because what is the worst thing? Think about this for a moment. What is the worst thing that could happen if you apply to Allschool? Think about that for a moment. What's the worst thing that could happen if you make your video and you get accepted and you create all these classes and you open up slots? What's the worst thing that could happen? You don't get any enrollments. But you also need to be fair in the sense that as long as you are actually trying to like promote your classes, or maybe even update your thumbnail or add an intro video, you know, or making sure that you have like follow-up classes that your families can teach, and that you have certain keywords. Like if you actually put like considerable effort into trying to encourage families to take your classes and the enrollments are just not really there. Because another thing you should consider is that Allschool is new. Not a lot of families know about it. However, there is a big Allschool team that they share Allschool with their families. So a lot of their classes take classes on Allschool. So just make sure to give it a fair shot. And if nothing comes of it, then that's when you know to bow out of it. But that's really the worst thing that could happen, because Allschool would never ask a dime of your money, and they would never insist on doing doing something that you are extremely uncomfortable with. So they know, like, that's not the type of experience they want their teachers to have on the platform. So the worst thing that could happen if you applied on Allschool is that nothing happens. You don't get any enrollments. You don't teach a class. You don't get to experience Classpod. That's the worst thing that could happen. And then if you already are an Allschool teacher and you are still very, very hesitant about trying out Classpod, despite my tutorial on how to use Classpod and hearing about the new features that are coming up, you're still just like, I don't know. That could be a little scarier, because you will be using Classpod in a real live class. And you really want to make sure that nothing happens, because I know online teachers, we have that expectation that we set up for ourselves, that the online classes that we teach have to be absolutely perfect, or, that we don't need any technical issues, or we want to make sure we have our slides, we have all the technical stuff there, or we have a backup plan if something was to happen. We want to plan out those things. And for something like Classpod, when we're not sure what could happen if it crashes, or, or the slides freeze up, or you can't screen share, I get that, and again, you have to give it a chance. You have to take chances on this, because you don't know if this is something that can really work out and that you actually end up enjoying until you actually do it. And, and I know many of you will share on here, like, I don't like this about Classpod, or I'm just not really sure. I know those questions are going to come up, and, and ultimately, what I usually end up sharing in the end of my videos is I present information to you, and you do as you wish with that information that I give to you. So many of you may watch this video and go, thanks so much for sharing that, Kelsey. I think I will take that chance, or I will do this, or I will do that. Other times, I get commenters that are like, yeah, you share some good points, but that's just not something I personally do, but thanks for your insight. Thanks for sharing, and that's okay too. So that's the best thing. That's the best advice that I can give you about Allschool and Classpod. And if you've still been very hesitant, take it from a veteran Allschool teacher. I guess I'm a veteran Allschool teacher now. Take chances. Take a chance on Allschool. Take a chance on Classpod. And, the worst thing that could happen on Classpod is, you could have some technical difficulties. Just make sure to have a backup plan for classes. It may have to be like old technology style. Maybe you could use props. Maybe you could use pictures. You could use TPR. Just make sure you have a backup plan in case technology, goes kaput on you. And the best part is if Classpod does just go on you in the middle of class, you can report that, and you can let the Allschool team know and the Classpod team know, hey, like, this happened in class. I did not like it. What can we do to fix it? And the best part is, like, the support team on Allschool, you can reach out to them during your class as well and just let them know the situation that's happening, and they can help guide you on what to do next. So make sure to also put that into consideration if that happens. And I mean, it's one of those same situations, like if you teach on Outschool and something happens on Zoom, it's one of those same things that happens as well. We reach out to support. We let them know, hey, this happened. What should I do? Or you problem solve and you figure out together with the families, like, okay, what should we do moving forward? So if you've been online teaching like on Outschool or any other online teaching platform where those issues arise, then you already know what to do. It's a similar process to Classpod. I really do hope that what I have experienced on Allschool, it's been mostly positive. So there's only been a couple of times that I had felt like, maybe Allschool should revisit this subject, like their no-show policy or any of their policies related to like the safety of other learners coming into the classroom. Like, I'm just being transparent about just a couple of issues that I have raised up. But again, I would just point out those issues and just let the Allschool team know, like, hey, this is how I feel about this. Maybe we should revisit, or like try to discuss about this and what to do moving forward. And usually, they will put those things into consideration. So that's just one thing, again, that keeps me going on Allschool. And hopefully, like what I have shared with you can help you make an informed decision on whether you want to give Allschool a chance, or if you just feel like, yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, I love watching your videos, Kelsey, but I'm just not really sure if Allschool is for me. And again, that is quite all right. That's okay. So I'm hoping that my 1-year experience that I've had so far can give you some good insight on what to do moving forward. And just make sure you can ask any questions to me at any point, and I would love to have a healthy discussion with you. So if you're a founding teacher or you've been on Allschool for a while, feel free to share your experiences down below. I'd love to talk to you about, how you feel Allschool has been for you. And I love hearing all these different stories and different thoughts and different opinions about different things. It's how we learn and grow in this online teaching community. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.